Welcome to Dean Smiles, episode 29. Oh my gosh, this one fits, the title fits that you saw, and it fits not only with the story I'm going to tell you and vlog and what we did, but also what just happened. Before I go into that, I want to thank you for being here. I'm Dean, a retired middle school science teacher, and now making the journey of finding smiles while being retired and maneuvering through those new adventures. I like my devices, and the first time I tried with a GoPro, and the sound was a little echoey, but then I thought, oh, I can try to clean it up, and it overheated and didn't work. Then I went to an iPad Pro, didn't quite like how I saw it, so I switched to my new phone. Oh my gosh. It should be the theme also, first world problems. It's been a while since we've been together. And last time was storming the field with my daughter and her family and my son-in-law and my grandkids with the Gopher win over USC. From there, we've had a lot of good things that have happened and a lot of challenging things. Our parents are still going through aging and trying to figure out the best path for them. My mom's going to need cataract surgery, and it's going to be interesting doing that with someone that can't recall things real well and how to recover, but we're going to find our way. Well, as you know, we have a place in Arizona. We bought it. It will be 10 years this June. And we bought it as a future retirement place, a place to take our parents while they weren't able to go on their own. And it's been a gift of family, friends, parents. It's just amazing. And now that I'm retired, I just love Arizona. Well, we had to go down and check. We're just coming out of the monsoon season, and sometimes the extreme heat, the winds loosen the shingles that need to be secured, and just checking on the house and doing those house maintenance things that need to be done. So we got a ride to the airport. Brian took us there on our flight down, and we got to hear about Nate and how he's doing in his golf endeavor, doing well at Notre Dame. And we're flying down, uneventful, and it was so fun at the airport, listening to the buzz in the families. It was MEA week. It was the Tuesday before MEA, and if you're not from Minnesota, it is usually the third Thursday and Friday of October. It's the teachers' convention. And families, so they plan their trips and where to go. And it was so fun to sit and watch that buzz, watch the all different type of parenting of, oh my gosh, we're excited, or, oh my gosh, we're trying to keep our everybody corralled. You know what I'm talking about. Again, flew down uneventful. We were renting a car in Phoenix, going to return it in Flagstaff later. I'll explain to that, and it also connects to the title. Got to the house, everything, shingles needed some attention, needed to clean up the yard. There were things inside, nothing major, but just took time and needed attention. We went to our favorite pizza restaurant just nearby, very cool, and we just took it in. The only thing that was a little weird is it was so quiet because the snowbirds really hadn't come down yet, so it wasn't as populated, and a swing of temperatures, a couple days in the 90s, 2 days later, the highs were in the low 70s, and actually it was warmer in Minnesota than it was in Arizona. So then on Friday, we were meeting our former neighbor and her husband, Kari and Scott, and to watch their daughter Emma play volleyball. She is a junior at Colorado Libero, and she is a scholarship college volleyball player at the top level in the Big 12. It's really cool. And we were going to meet and watch her play, but we met first at a place that I've always wanted to go to, Four Peaks Brewery. Link is below. I would highly recommend it. Super fun place, good beverages, good food, and just a great environment. We sat outside. Why not? You're in Arizona. We had the best dinner and conversation with Scott and Kari. Kari's got a new job, got to hear all about that. And it was really cool because Kari's new job gave the two of them more freedom and more time together, and to see how excited Scott was also about her new job. Reconnected, it was cool. Well, then we get to Mullet Arena. I love that name. It was only a couple miles from the brewery, so it was an easy drive. And it was a very fun environment watching them warm up. Got to see Emma, down there, and it was just a blast to watch the whole college volleyball experience, from warm-ups to the matches, and then to hang out with the athlete in the end. Before I move forward, Emma, from the first time I met her, she was a sixth grader walking by, and she walked right up to me, introduced herself, "Hi, Dean, how's it going?" And I asked her how her day, she'd tell me what the highlight was of her day, and just stayed connected. And here, fast forward, she's a junior in college, still always maintain that killer smile. I have never seen her grumpy, ever. What you see with her, she just brings the attitude, and she is smile material for down the road. ASU, Arizona State, is a very good team. They were ranked nationally and did sweep the Buffaloes in 3 games. Emma wasn't getting as much PT because playing time, because a few games earlier she was down in trying to dig a spike and got hit in the head with the ball and got a concussion. So she was going through concussion protocol, recovering. She came in for a couple serves. She chose her attitude. She didn't complain. It was so fun. And then we got to reconnect after the game. I love the energy, the excitement, the families, and reconnect with friends. And especially when you have a personal connection there, it just makes it that much better. Okay, volleyball done, successful. We had a couple more days before we start our drive to Flagstaff. Took the golf cart out for a ride. Yes, we have a golf cart. You can drive it anywhere in Sun City as long as it's on a road that the maintained speed is less than 35 miles an hour. I went for drives. And then we even have a man-made lake. And I just think it's so cool with the palm trees, the lake in Arizona. I enjoyed it. It was going perfect. Well, here's what I was excited about. We had put this off, and we had planned for this, let me put it that way, months in advance. We got a train ticket from Flagstaff to Chicago, and then another train ticket after arriving in Chicago, spend the night in Chicago, and then from Chicago to Red Wing. You can get a free parking pass in Red Wing. You just go online and print it, put it in the vehicle. So we dropped our vehicle down there, so the car was waiting for us when the train arrived. And then we were staying at the Bespoke Inn, a really, really cool inn, just a few blocks away from the depot. The only downside of the whole thing was we had to get up and catch the train a little after 4 in the morning. But we had a sleeper car. It was going to be just fine. Well, I was excited for our time in Flagstaff. Downtown Flagstaff is cool. It's one of my favorite Arizona cities. And we get up the morning to go, and we both get a notification that our train's been canceled. Well, 13 inches of snow fell the night before, and the railroad, it was unpassable going through the mountains. And we were told, and when we talked to the rep, that their snow removing equipment, it was such an early heavy snow, they don't get that out until November, so they were going to let Mother Nature take care of it. Well, scrubbed the trip. And Amtrak was fabulous, refunded both of our tickets, 100% went right back to our credit card. Canceled because we got our hotel with points in Chicago, went right back into our bank of points. Bespoke people, they didn't refund our money, but they gave us credit. We would love to stay at this place. Customer service was great. And then we reserved the car for one more day, going to return it back in Phoenix instead of Flagstaff. But I was a little rounded shoulders. I had been looking forward to this trip so much. I love train travel. I just thought it would be so cool. And and Darla had to remind me that she goes, practice what you preach. Think about your channel, choose your attitude. And like the fish philosophy, choose your attitude. And this was a first world problem. Oh my gosh. And it was silly in hindsight. And I just had to, kick myself in the butt. And it's like, okay, everything's going to be fine. We're going to try doing this again. There's no guarantees in life, but we have a shot at it. One of the nice things that has come out of COVID is, we were able to buy an affordable ticket the next day, one-way ticket from Phoenix to Minneapolis, and we'd get back home. Aaron was available he was already in Bloomington. He came to pick us up. So we dropped the car off, just paid an extra day, got a nonstop flight, which worked out great, have family and friends available to pick us up and bring us home. Okay, why round shoulders? It worked out. And we got to see friends. We got to do volleyball. The only downside, if you could say that once we got back, is we took 2 vehicles to drop one off in Red Wing. Well, we had to go back and get that vehicle because we were going to catch it getting off the train. Oh well, it worked fine. Well, then my second choose your attitude came because I got home and we had leaves everywhere. Leaves are falling like crazy in Minnesota. So I got the mower and back and forth, and bagged and dumped them and loaded them. Got to talk to the neighbors, and doing leaves and doing lawn is very therapeutic. It gave me a chance to reflect and appreciate the trip that we had gone on. Looking at the house that Kari and Emma used to live in, just put a smile on my face thinking about the volleyball game we got to go to, and also just making progress, cleaning things up and getting the exercise and kind of cleaning out up here. Well, I got the trailer loaded and I'm going to the city dump, and it is total mayhem there. There are cars swerving, sweeping. It is cutting people off. And I'm pulled off to the side waiting for this older couple. And they were struggling a little bit. And I just wanted to give them grace. They were coming down the home stretch, but they were just, slowly getting their pickup cleaned out. And this guy behind me cut right in front of me, went to the spot that I was going to go to, and I was very frustrated. And it made me disappointed in him. And also, he made that elderly couple uncomfortable. And I could just feel myself wanting to engage and just, dude, what are you doing? But then I pulled back, practice what you preach, choose your attitude. I don't know what his day is like. I don't know what his life is like. I'm not endorsing treating people rudely or upset them, but he may have had things going on in his life. I reached out to that couple. We had a nice conversation. We laughed about the leaves blowing from one pile to another. I dumped the leaves and was done. So seriously, within 2 days, 2 gentle reminders of practice what you preach, walk the talk, choose your attitude, because there's a lot to be thankful for. Speaking of being thankful, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. I love having you on this journey, and I'm going to vlog and share more of the real life, what happens, not just the warm fuzzy smiles, which I will share those, but just, hey, just like I said, there are challenges. It's easy to choose your attitude when things are good, but also choosing your attitude when it's challenging, and you might be wanting to do something else. Okay. Thanks again, and as always, keep smiling.
Smiling days we all can share.